Man, finally Kyrie Irving got smacked down. I am so happy for this. If you guys haven't guessed it by now, I am like probably the biggest anti-Kyrie Irving person in the world. Not let alone set for his view of the world is flat theory, but just for his over arrogant, egotistical, never won anything without LeBron James self. Except he hate to admit that, and he want to be an A plus player when he's really a B plus player. Now, Kyrie Irving is a very talented player. We all know this. There's no secrets to how talented Kyrie is. I mean, he's great. But let's be realistic. What has he ever won without LeBron James? You know, he won a championship with LeBron James. He hit the last second shot in a series that LeBron James led in every statistical category possible. Now, okay, I can go on and on about my dislike for Kyrie, but just his attitude of like want to be so out of the box, want to be so different, want to be so like mysterious when he just sounds silly most of the time. Okay, so finally, the New Jersey Nets said they had enough, and they finally put the smackdown on him. I mean, you're a superstar. He said he was the leader of the team, or he's one of the leaders of the team. He's not a leader. Everybody else got vaccinated. He's behind the line. And he still thought he was a leader of the team. He still thought he probably could play half the games and kind of ease his way in. I mean, to be truthful, though, the Nets probably would have benefited from him playing half the games because he probably, in a full game season, we know he'll be hurt by the end of the year. So they would have really benefited from having him play half the games. But you're not a team player. You're not a leader. And don't get me wrong, vaccinations should be. I mean, at this point, vaccinations are up to the individual. We know that. There's no secrets there. The individual gets to decide when or if they get vaccinated, or vaccinations is right for them. But the individual don't have the right to put everybody else in danger. The individual don't have the right to risk everybody else's health while they quote unquote research whether the vaccine works or not. After 500 billion people around the world uh, has taken the vaccine, you know, or 5 billion people, or 200 million, or 400 million if you count the placebos, whatever the number is. We know enough people have taken a vaccine that it's safe. So while he continues to do his research, he should not be allowed to put other people's life in danger. That's exactly what he's doing by trying to practice. So the Nets finally, the GM finally put his foot down and was like, you're either all in or you go figure it out, and you come back when you're ready to be part of the team. I respect that so much. I never really thought too much about the New Jersey Nets. I mean, it was like, it's always been like New York little brother. Even though the Nets probably lately has been way better than the Knicks, but I now have a newfound respect for the Nets organization that they put common sense and the health of their players and coaches and fans and everybody else above a superstar, which very few teams will have the courage to do. Very few teams, I think, will have the courage to do. And kudos to the NBA because over 90% of the NBA players are vaccinated. So I mean, that's amazing, you know. But the fact that Kyrie thought he could play half the season, I'm just laughing my butt off all the way to the bank because it's just another smackdown of Kyrie Irving. He got smacked down when he left LeBron to go to Boston, and Boston was actually better before Kyrie got there, and then he made him worse. Everywhere Kyrie go, the team does not get better. So he went to New Jersey. Now Kevin Durant, Harden, how can you go wrong? But hey, as goodness gracious will have it, he got hurt and they didn't win a championship. Uh, I could go the rest of my life without Kyrie ever playing in the finals, ever winning a championship. Can you tell I'm anti Kyrie? If not, I'm sure I have plenty more podcasts about my dislike or my feelings about Kyrie. But until then, right now, I'm out.